Hi, Joy and Flow followers and anyone else who is following along. I just felt led to hop on and to offer some encouragement during this crazy time with the coronavirus. I must admit that my go-to reaction when there's something that is traumatic that happens in my life is denial. Have you ever had this happen? I've spent time in hotels on business or personal travel, and smoke alarms have gone off. And instead of thinking, oh my gosh, the building's on fire and I need to figure out what I'm going to do to take my stuff out of here. No, I usually go, oh gosh, well, the smoke alarm went off. It's probably a test, or somebody just tripped up the smoke alarm. And I have to say that that's the same way that I felt with this coronavirus. When the first outbreak happened, it was in China, so it was way over there, and it didn't affect us here. And then as it kept going, pretty soon then it showed up here. And why I feel compelled to hop on here is that the virus is not only affecting those physically by making them sick, but it's also affecting us at a deep emotional and spiritual level. Like, how can it not when the 24-hour news is constantly pushing out information of the latest death count, how many people have the virus, of iconic uh, places and venues and events that have either been canceled or closed or postponed. And then even with our day-to-day lives, schools, church, it can't help but affect us. And I've never experienced anything like this in my lifetime. It kind of reminds me of a song that Don Henley did that says, in a New York minute, everything can change. And certainly everything has changed for us. But one of the things that I wanted to encourage you is that what doesn't change is God's love and strength and peace, especially during times of trouble. And during my quiet time yesterday, this verse popped into my head, and I created a graphic that I posted here on my Facebook page. And it's Psalm 46:1. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in time of trouble. Therefore, we will not fear, though the earth should change. And that verse has really never been so timely as it is now. And I have long been an advocate of spiritual practices like prayer and meditation and Bible study and being in God's presence. Why? Because during those times, that grounds us into God's love and peace and promises that God has for us. And I call these practices building spiritual muscle, because this muscle shows up when we need that strength and we need that power to keep going on and to keep keeping the faith. And by doing that work, then that equips us to have that peace and to have that strength. And I see a bright side to this crisis right now, because the entire world is dealing with this. And we can no longer use words to divide us, like us and them and there or here. It's affecting us, and we are all part of God's family. We're all God's children, and we're all connected. And I'm reminded of the verse in 1 Corinthians 12:26 that Paul wrote, if one member suffers, we all suffer. I also see this as an opportunity to kind of knock us out of the busyness that we can get just kind of swept up in life, and we don't get around to those meaning tos. I've been meaning to contact this friend. I've been meaning to reach out to this person. I've been meaning to write that book. I've been meaning to start a business, or whatever your hopes and dreams have been, that life just seems to get in the way with that day to day. And now that so many entertainment choices and all of those things have been taken away, maybe this is a time for you to look at those meaning tos that you've been wanting to get around to. So I want to encourage you to not let fear take over, and that happens with what's going on now, and also with those meaning tos, and just kind of being afraid that maybe you're not good enough or you can't do something. And that's why I wanted to share my fear word from my book, God Notes, Daily Doses of Divine Encouragement, with you. Fear. Fear is an instinct I gave to you. Fear is essential to help you avoid danger. But fear, if nurtured, like anything that you give attention to, will grow. Like a garden overcome with weeds, fear can fill your mind, heart, and spirit, choking the life out of you. Sadly, my children fear me and run away from me instead of running to me. That's why when I sent my angel messengers, they always announced their presence with these words, "Fear not." I gave you an instinct for fear, but not a spirit of fear. I love you with a divine, unconditional love. It is perfect. Where there is perfect love, there can be no fear. So fear not. And that also reminds me of a verse in 2 Timothy 1:7, which says, "For God hath not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind." So I want to leave you with this final quote from Paul, again, from Philippians 4:7, that says, "May the peace of God guard your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus." I'll be posting more encouragement on my page, and like I always do, but I'm going to be posting even more to just keep you encouraged during this time. And if this has encouraged you, will you please share it with others so that they can be encouraged too? And I welcome you to share your thoughts in the comments section below. So be encouraged. Bye for now.